back to another Alpine Garage sports video here in my garage. My name is Chris. I am your host for this show, and I've been off for about 10 days. And I just want to say that for all of the subscribers that reached out and said, hey, everything going okay? I very much appreciate you guys, man. I feel like this family is super, super tight. Yes, because my family is in Colorado and CU spring break was last week, we decided to take our trip as well, and we went to Beaver Creek, Colorado, and had a great time. You guys probably saw Prime. He went there for a seminar. I think he did a speaking engagement there. Super, super great place for spring break. And if any of you want to know anything about it, just hit me up in the comments and I'll give you all the information you want. So I'm back now. We're ready to get back into business with this University of Colorado football. For those of you who are old school Buffs fans, look above me here and somewhere in the comments put down what game you think I'm playing. Today, Jimmy Horn got his number, and you guys have probably seen this. This is probably old news, even though it's only a few hours old. I think a lot of us probably could have predicted that Jimmy Horn, based off of the videos that we've seen and the comments for practice and the fact that he's been interviewed a lot lately, and he just looks like he's in top form. And he really is kind of making a lot of people look like they're standing still when he's out there. And because of that, obviously, I would have guessed, and outside of Shedeur, that he would have gotten the first number of the practices, and he did. So he's number 5 now. I'll play out that well-off media for you piece right now.
Slow.
SOB.
I'm the player on the team with the number on, bro.
My name is Jimmy Horn Jr. Had a pretty decent practice today, and I'm very thankful to have his number on.
You the only one with a number on, bro. You selfish. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, bro. You earned it. You earned it, bro. I'm just playing.
I ain't do nothing.
No, you earned it, bro. You earned it.
Wow.
You earned it.
Now, that said, I think we all know, and I want to say at one point, Coach Prime, in fact, I know at one point, Coach Prime said recently that the numbers are off the board and that he's going to you have to earn the numbers, and that the lower numbers are quarterback numbers were not going to be given out for any other position, and that the only other number that's not available is number 2. So that stated that I believe Shedeur already has his number. He's just not wearing his number. That's just my opinion. So I'm not going to count Shedeur in this conversation, but who do you think is the next person to earn their number? So there's a lot of people on this field, and there are a lot of guys that are standing out right now. So where do you think this is going to go? Who's going to earn their next number? And in what practice? Is it going to be the next practice tomorrow on Wednesday or not? So let's go down a few of them, and I'm going to throw in there the ones that I think could be potential candidates for this. Now, I think Shedeur is a good candidate for the next number, or maybe in the series of next numbers. He is a standout tight end, and in practice, he has looked phenomenal. He's been interviewed. He's been pushed out to the press in at least one practice, so we know that he had an outstanding practice there. And just all along this entire time, he's really been a standout for the team as far as the workouts, conditioning, his work ethic, those kinds of things. I think he would probably be on that list for the next number. My next one would be Savion Washington. Now, we don't see and hear a lot from the offensive line, but I think that's true most of the time anyway. And I've seen snapshots of him playing in that offense, and knowing that he already kind of knows the offense that we have going on. And in practice, even though I haven't been there and haven't seen it, I can only imagine him really excelling at these practices. I can imagine that Savion would probably be earning his number here pretty soon as well. All right, now I think the elephant in the room is Travis Hunter. So we have seen Travis on both the offensive and defensive side, primarily offensive side right now in the practices that I've seen anyway. And he's just lit it up. So the fact that Travis wouldn't get his number pretty soon would be surprising. Would he be the next person to get his number? Dylan Edwards. Now, he hasn't practiced a lot because he's been injured, but he came back, and in this particular practice, a lot of people stated that he did extremely well and really showed out really nicely in the number 1, number 2 offense. I can't remember where they said he was. But his speed is going to catch up to the team quite fast. The fact that he went through an injury and now he's in practice and is showing up the way that he is, I have no doubt that he's going to be winning his number here pretty soon as well. Let's go outside of the norm just a little bit and say, what if Alejandro Mata got his number? Because he is automatic, right? So In practices, he's looked like a stud. And I think in this particular practice, and even the last practice, I want to say he was perfect in his kicks from what I've heard. So it's possible that Mata might be able to get his number here pretty soon. Maybe the next one. I mean, who knows? He is really close to Coach Prime. And then I'm going to throw an underdog in there. And there are going to be a very small handful of people on this video right now that are probably going to roast me for this, for saying, what if Offerdahl got his number in one of these next practices? I mean, in this practice, again, he scored a touchdown in third string offense. So, is that a big deal? I don't know. But I will tell you this much. They keep showing it on the videos. So if it wasn't a big deal and if people didn't like it, why are they showing this on videos? Why is the team reacting like this to Charlie? So is it possible that Charlie gets his number here pretty soon? I'm just saying, guys, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. Now, I didn't mention a lot from the defense because the videos are only showing us like scoring touchdowns and amazing catches and stuff like that against the defense. So, what defensive player do you think could possibly get their number here pretty quick? Or maybe even is the next number going to go to a defensive player? Maybe that's how it's going to play out. Put your comments down below and we'll see who does. And I'm going to pick the person who mentions the number first. And I'm going to give them something special. Okay, I'm not going to say what it is right now because I really don't know. But I'm going to come up with something maybe pretty special for the person that chooses the next number. And we're going to count Shedeur out of this, guys. Okay, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I think his number is already drawn. He's just not wearing it yet. So put them down below and we'll get it to you if you're the first person to say that name down below. That is a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. Man, it is great. It is so great to be back in Buffland. And I've got some big dingers coming for you guys. Some really cool stuff for spring game. Some videos for spring game. I've got some stuff, some old school Buff stuff coming that I think you're really going to enjoy. And I just appreciate you hanging out. And if you are not already subscribed, this is a great time to do it. Join our club. We have great commenters down below. These guys are the best in the business. Try against these guys down there in the comments. These guys are fantastic. And I appreciate all the support. That's a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. We will see you in the next video. And if you haven't already heard, we coming.